Hey everyone, it's Mike Evans from 4GK. So here's another challenge. This one is for our basic skills age group. That's our 5 and 6 year olds. This is a memory challenge, and memory is one of the harder skills that they have to do because nobody can do it for them. They have to be able to keep information in their heads. This is really good when you're trying to get them to do more than a 2-step command or to follow through on instructions that you ask them to do. It's important that they learn how to keep that in their memory until they complete the task. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this, and first I'm going to teach you some moves. All right, you're going to need to know 6 moves. I know that's pretty challenging, but you have all day to learn these moves and to help your kids really perfect them. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to call out one of these moves. Now, if your kid doesn't know the moves yet, go ahead and teach it to them. But what we're going to start to do is call out the moves, and they have to be able to show us the right move within 5 seconds. If they can, we're going to use a technique called extrinsic motivation. That means the thing that's driving them is outside of themselves. And in this case, sorry parents, but it's going to be push-ups for you. So if they can't do the technique within 5 seconds, they'll have to do the push-up. But if they can, you have to do 1 push-up. Now keep track so that at the end of the game you can see who has done the most amount of push-ups. Kids love seeing their parents in misery, so be prepared for some giggles and laughter as you go through this. Don't make it too serious of a thing. Now, in round 2, we're going to look at a little more detail as to how they're doing it, because we do want them to memorize not just the steps, but what each step actually entails. So let me show you the moves. We're going to start off with 3 blocks. And we have high, middle, and low. So those are the 3 blocks we're going to learn. It's best if you spread your feet out a little bit, get really good balance, even bend your knees a little bit. We're not going to get too much into stance work with this drill. The first one is called a high block. So what we're going to do is put our arms together like you're a Pac-Man or a T-Rex. This hand that's on the bottom just comes right up over your head. This hand that's on the top, we call that our retraction hand. That's going to retract to the side of our ribs. So when I do a high block, they all go at the same time. The next one works kind of the same way. I start off with that same chamber. The hand that's on the bottom this time comes across the face and out to the side. We call it a side block. It's blocking the middle portion. Next we have our low block. The chamber's a little bit different. I start with one arm out and the other hand on my shoulder. I'm going to pull this hand in, and the top hand this time does the block. So we call that low block. So one more time, I have high block, bottom hand, side block, and low block. Next we have 3 punches, because 3 moves is not very challenging. I'm going to give you 3 more. So we're looking, having one hand out and one hand in. This is our chamber for a front punch. I just switch hands. The chamber for any front punch is the opposite front punch. So we want to see them come up and punch out. The next one is a back fist. So we're going to start off with that same T-Rex or Pac-Man chamber, but this time the top hand is the one doing the move, and the bottom hand is our retraction hand. We're just going to snap it out to the side. Now you'll notice my fist is straight up and down. I'm actually hitting with the back of my knuckles. So I'll start from chamber and back fist. And then almost exactly the same, I start from my chamber, I open my top hand, and knife hand. So I'm actually hitting with the blade edge of my hand. So really quickly, again, we have front punch, back fist, and knife hand. So teach your kids the moves. Teach them about good chambers, because the way we start things leads to the way that we finish things. And put a little pain in the competition. Be ready to do some push-ups, because if they get it right, you owe us some ground time. All right? Once you're done, if you're a 4GK member or you're a member of our parents group, post a picture or a video of your child being challenged or completing this challenge, and you'll be entered for some of our gift card prizes later this week.